Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life, my friends. It is time for a Finish Not Perfect update. And actually, I am fairly pleased with where I'm at. I've had commissions. I just got finished with that display board commission build. I just got finished with the Land Raider Rhino paint build. So I'm just working on plugging along, doing along what I can. I'm working on a piece of terrain for kind of a see what I can do, like push myself terrain piece. And then I'm gonna do an MDF terrain build that I'm gonna build here soon. I probably won't do I might record that build. I could probably record that build. When I do my MDF terrain build, I'm pretty messy, but we'll see. I'll probably, I'll forget to record it, and I'll just show you the after effects of it. But sorry, I had a scratch right between my knuckles, man. That freaking hurts. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna go table down and kind of show you just my Finish Not Perfect update, what I'm working on. I'm painting a bunch of stuff right now. I'm just working. I'm just having fun, man. Pretty much that's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm having a great time, loving this hobby. There's a grenade right behind me in case things go crazy. Pull the pin and chunk. It's got all my magnets on it too, and I'm running low on magnets. You see that? That's not enough magnets. I need more magnets. I want to come out there probably say, dude, that's not how you're supposed to store magnets. I don't know how to store magnets. I just find something metal, stick it to them so I know where they are next time. Anyway, let's go table down, guys, and you can see where I'm at, what I'm working on. Shall we? Here we are. Table down. So here is what I am doing. It's the Finish Not Perfect thingamabobber. So what I have started on, let's just go, well, let's see what I've finished. Now, I don't know, I'm calling it finished because, I mean, that's a finished paint job to me. Now, I didn't do a lot of the scuffing that I wanted to do on the wings, so, I mean, I could go back and do that later and some of the little streaks and runs. I mean, I got in there and did... I want to put light on this, but at the same time, the light always makes it look sucky. It's like, man, that looks like Dumbsville, daddy-o. Here, I'm going to pause real quick, guys. Hold on. Alright, guys, let's see how that works. Put a little light behind the camera. But, anyway, so I did out of those little cowling bits right there. Looked like a exhaust. So it looked like maybe he had a flame out or something. So like some smoke came out of there and kind of stained it. And I guess that's my thing is I did that there, but I didn't do it anywhere. I can't call this finished. I'm not calling this finished yet. Because I didn't even do the gun barrel, the blackening of the gun barrel and stuff. So, and I'm definitely going to do, I think I'm going to do some more weathering on the wings and stuff, I mean, I put a little bit back there. I greased up the wings, the yellow back there. I want it really tarnished and gross like the rest of it. Because this is for my Imperial Night House. This is for my Knights of Krieg. Night House Krieger, and they have the yellow, the blue, and the red. So I made the red the predominant one on here. Let's go flip it over to show the underside. I haven't done the missiles on it either yet. I also picked up a long time ago some of those auto cannons that go with these, where you can put those underneath. But I think I'm going to use that for something else. I haven't quite decided yet. But I still do need to do the missiles up, I guess, and put them on there. I probably could use a little bit more oil on the engine down there, but it's kind of greased and messed and grossed. Chipped metal and stuff and things like that. Probably do some more chipping on it. So yeah, so I'm like I said, I'm not calling this done yet. Look at that little mess up, little yellow right there. Little son of a bee. Poop head. Poop sauce. But yeah, there's a lot of greasy stuff and messy stuff I want to do on this, because it's going to be a plane that, really... It's taken care of, but it's old and beaten. When they left the Imperium and fled their home planet, which I haven't heard that yet because I haven't got back to story time yet, have I? Sorry, I got a puppy in there yelping because he wants to get out. Huh?
By itself? The patty's by itself?
Just a minute. I'm doing this. Just hold on. Oh, I gotta pause, guys. I'm sorry. The dog is going crazy in there, so we have to let him out and get him running around for a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, here's the paint on this. Did me some little tiny hazard stripes over there on the gas intake where the fuel goes in. It says be careful when opening that because it could explode in your face. And then of course the canopy comes off, painted the interior. I like this. I want to add more hazard stripes there because to me, I'm picturing like this is a spot that the explosion comes from for the canopy to jet off. Or it's just warning you that when the canopy is open, don't put your hands there because it'll crush you. I don't know. I just wanted to put some hazard stripes, and that seemed like a pretty good spot to do it, personally. So, and this guy is going to go on this flight stand here. That is his flight stand. I've got a piece of Spartan tank treads in there and stuff. Oh, stop that. Oh, we're deworming him today. That's what it is. He's got dewormer in him. So that means he's going to poop little worms out and runny poop. So yeah, anyway, this is the flight stand for this. We'll put that on there, and then I can put this on my shelf out of the way. Slide it back off over here. What else am I working on, fellers? Working on some of my...
Both on one patty. Both on one butter.
Some Hydra figures. So I got this guy here. I did a little pose on him. Focus. Focus on the purple. There we go. Purple haze, baby. Yeah, so it's one of my Hydra guys. I like the purple. It's that Imperial... Here, I'll show you what it is. Vallejo's Imperial Blue. And then what I have is Vallejo's... let me get it out. I have this Vallejo Blue Violet. Now, what my old bottle emptied, so I squirted some in here and I just shook it up, mixed it up, and I kind of got a decent little mix. So it comes out like prime it black, come over it with that Imperial Blue, which ends up making it practically freaking. Thank you for sharing to the world. My dog went pee-pee. Yay. So anyway, and that Imperial Blue kind of gives it like a dark finish with like a hint of a purple sheen to it. I don't have anything that's just painted straight in that. Oh, I do. But they're put up. That's what I was doing the Imperial Knight, the Warlord Titan in. But anyway, but then you do that and I come back with a little light spray. I do it heavy underneath. Or I dust it light underneath and heavy on the top angles. And then I come back with that light purple from that bottle. And I dust it light across the top. You know, so that way I get me some highlighting in there. And then now the rest of this is going to come back me putting in the golds and the trims and stuff like that. And any other colors. Detailing out the guns and stuff and the hammer. Now this guy here, if you remember him, it was a 2-pack set that came with a guy like this. The Praetorians, the 2 Praetorians. Well, he had his hand down, and they were like hand on the top of the hilt of his sword. I have a thing about hammers, so that's the deal. The hammers of Hydra. So I gave him one of the hammers. I believe this is a Max Mini hammer. Can't remember. I would like it sitting down a little bit more, and probably should have had it further down in his hand. But it's already on there, and it looks good. I like the pose well enough anyway. You know, for all this could be is like he is just now resting it on his shoulder, or he's about to flip it off and smack somebody with it. I don't know. He's just chilling, dude. I've got their heads painted. Still got to work on doing tiny faces on both the Praetorians here. I've got another Praetorian head over here. I've got primed. I just got to go through and start painting it. But here's the other Praetorian that came in the pack. Same deal, the purples and stuff. These hammers are Chrome-Lec hammers. I really like the handle on that. Because what I did is I just split the hammer in half, and I drilled straight through his hand, and then I could easily push the lower part of the hammer up through his hand, and then the upper part down in through there and just glue it really good. And it's really sturdy on there. I did have it break off once, but that's because I had more of the skinny part of the hammer sticking out. Like this back part right here would be definitely really flimsy, but I like the way that looks on that guy. It just fits. And then here's the other Praetorian. This is the one that's that special edition one. Painted him the same way. I cut the glaive off his and gave him a thunder hammer. Just because, again, it's one of those things that to me felt fitting. So, his is the head that I've got to paint still. Basing, working on basing for him. I picked up a few of these guys, like a pack of 3 for cheap on eBay. Of course, yes, you know it's whatchamacallit. I just built one to see how to build it. I like it. It's supposed to look like you're coming in with his jump pack, so he's kind of landing. So I'm going to put him kind of cockeyed on the base a little bit like that. We'll say like if it was this base, I'm going to put him kind of landing onto that piece at an angle. Maybe where he's not quite fully touched down yet. So he kind of kicks back and rocks it like that. I'm all about them dynamic poses, baby. So it's like... Maybe try some fancy stuff on the basing where it's like kind of blown out here. And then you've got like a little mounds, like you kind of blew some of the sand out. So anyway, got that. Those I'm working on. Also picked up from eBay. A guy does some figures. Can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I loved... This is one of my favorite Inquisitors, is Eisenhorn. And I had the big model, the big 50mm one for Inquisitor. And I happened to scroll through one day. I was like typing in Inquisitor figures or something, 28mm. Because I really like the INQ 28 stuff. And I came across this accidentally. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am getting this. I love this. And so I'm going to have so much fun painting him up. The only thing I don't like is this back here. His little mace or whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what it's called for real. But it's so flimsy. I'm worried it's going to break, you know? So I just got to be careful with it. It's mainly this top section here. But if it breaks off, no big deal. I'll just do it. I almost replaced it to begin with some kind of wire rod. But I didn't have the brass I have. When it gets this thin, it's super flimsy and it's bendable. And I wanted something more almost like steel, like a tiny steel rod, you know, like a nail. Find a tack nail that's about that thin, or a straight pin or something. Cut the ends off of it and use that in its place. But I just went ahead and went with this. And like I said, I'll just be extra careful with this figure. As I go throw him down on the counter. Throw him down. I got tons of glue. I had a recent game order come through for some people. Got it all packaged up. It's ready to go out. Actually, by now, it would have already shipped out. But I picked up some stuff for me, too, that I needed because I was running low on. I really like this Army Painter plastic glue. It is. I used to use this stuff, which I still do. I've still got a bunch of tubes of it. I have 2 or 3 tubes of it left. I like it. Just this stuff clogs up so much. It's really easy. And yeah, it comes with these little wire things to clean it out. But sometimes it's still a pain in the butt. But I always like the tester stuff because it really melts just that top layer, starts that weld going, and gets that plastic stuck. And then this Army Painter stuff, I started using it recently, and I fell in love with it, man. This is my second bottle. I've used the other bottle so much, and I ended up picking up 3 more bottles to have. I am going to go ahead and go through before I crack into those. Once this one's empty, I'm going to go ahead and use up the rest of my testers and then switch over to those. Because I think I have 1 more bottle of testers unopened, and then another bottle open that I've been using. But the open one problem, like I said, it clogged, and I ended up having to cut the tip off of it, and I dump it out into a little cup, and then I go in there with a paintbrush and paint it on there. I have a wasted paintbrush that I use to do that. What else am I working on? I got some good stuff over here. One more Hydra thing. Paint up another Contemptor. Gonna get him done up. Finally. I know I painted up the... He's put away the Leviathan Contemptor, but I don't think I've done a regular one yet to completion. Or have I? Yeah, I can't even remember now. Because I know I have the plastic version that I did the tentacles on for y'all. I did it for me. Sorry. But now I'm also doing this. Now what this is the start of a facing for Sophia the Farseer. She's going to be the little Eldar leader for my the party and craft world for my middle child. So, and this is going to be represent her, so it'll have blonde hair and stuff. I'm going to really deck it out, make it look really cool. And she sits on here. That's a piece of foam that I kind of trimmed down like a little, wanted to make it look like a piece of an Eldar ruin. So, I know you can't really see it anymore because I kind of cut and hacked at it really good. But, anyway, yeah, so she fits on there like that. I got to do something about those leaves, or just leave them. Because it does kind of detract from her a little bit. Or if anything, maybe take one away. Oh, a rooster just went by. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah, I might take off one. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Should I take off one of these leaves? Or just leave them both, not worry about it? Or take off two of them and leave just one? Or something like that. I've been trying to bend them different ways and see if I can get them to stay. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to work on that and get her painted up and test it out sometime here soon. I'm not going to show you the terrain piece I'm working on. That's something else. But I am working on my Mechanicum stuff that I got. And now, let me tell you, I was leery about this stuff at first. I picked up this because I wanted some new metal. And I thought this was going to be the color I needed for the Warlord. And I found out it's not. What I want is Glorious Gold. So I want something similar to that. Vallejo's Glorious Gold. And that'll work out good. But I ended up getting copper. Just to check it out, because I want to say it's kind of a reddish coppery color, and I was like, it won't work for what I need it for, but dang, that is some good metallic. That is a really good metallic color. I mean, it looks almost like a brand new penny. So I did his entire exoskeleton, or his skeleton, with that, and then I came back with he was primed black. Then I painted up him, airbrushed him up from the black. I added a little bit of US dark green air color in the recesses and stuff for like underlight, highlight, shadows, underlights. The opposite of highlighting is underlighting, is low lighting, or shadows if we want to talk like a normal person. So did those in the shadow areas and on the bottom and stuff, and then I came back with this Vallejo's ochre, yellow ochre. I love yellow ochre. It's one of my favorite colors. I used to love it when I tattooed. It was my favorite color to go to for certain things. Did that underneath, and then over top of this, I don't know if I have it out. Yeah, I do have it out. I highlighted it with zombie skin from War Paints, the army painter, and I just liked the way it looked. Turned out really cool. And then the purple is the same thing. It's that imperial purple, and then I just dry brushed a highlight onto the shoulder pads and the heads, and on just the light spots, that lighter purple, just to kind of blend it out a little bit more. And I really like the way this looks. I was leery at first. So now I got to go back in here now and just do the trim. And I don't know if I'm going to do the trim the copper color, if I'm going to do it like a bolt gun metal. So that way I'll have two different metal colors on here, and then the purples. I don't know. We'll see. And then, of course, I'm going to weather the crap out of them. Do a lot of, like, runny, oily bits kind of leaking down from his chest plate up underneath here. Highlight out these light sourcings and stuff. I don't know, just quite a few things I need to do on him. But this was kind of my test model along with this guy over here. So, and like I said, I just really like the way these guys turned out. He's got his half copper faceplate. It's going to look really cool when I deck out those eyes in green. I think I'm going to do one green, one red. You all right over there? You kick my table over, I'll break you. And of course, his entire skeleton is painted that copper color too. Whoa. Again, I really like it. Did the same thing with the purple. Did the imperial purple, and then came back and just highlighted it up just a hair. I did make a little boo-boo over there and kind of got it smudged on the side. So I don't know. I may do some scuffing over there or something. I don't know. Try to blend that out. But really, man, that's what I'm working on right now. Slow process. I still got the tank I'm working on and the rhino and stuff. as far as painting those up. But those are really like a big project that I just kind of take my time on and kind of fan them out. Because I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to do any mural work on those. I've thought about doing the Sikaran and have the tentacles, since my thing is the Cthulhu Hydra logo from Marvel and stuff. Can't see you at all.
I'm not waving yet now.
Oh, stop.
Anyway, so I got the Sikaran still to paint. I just got to figure out, like, I've kind of got the base stuff done, but I don't know if I'm going to go back and paint this red and have the tentacles kind of come down over spots so it looks like the tentacles are wrapping around the tank. I don't know. I'm still kind of stuck on that at the moment. So that's why I kind of put this on the back burner for a second. I still have all this other stuff to work on. Yeah, I mean, really, that's where I'm at right now. I still have that First Strike box set that I'm putting aside for now. The figures are built, so I technically could get a game in and mess around with it and see what it's like. But I still have this other stuff that I want to knock out painting first before I start painting on those. So, well, I know that the Reavers and the Primaris are going to be done for Hydra. But I have a special way I want to do those, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's where I'm at for my Finish Not Perfect right now. Rocking out commissions, rocking out this stuff and that stuff. Life is just it's just chilling and floating on by. I'm happy. I'm doing the best that I can, guys. Really. Thank you for all y'all's support and everything. All the love you show me all the time, man. I really appreciate it, and I hope that I can return that love to you, to the best that I can, to just let y'all know that I care about y'all and everything. I don't know, everything. I'm rambling on. Guys, I love you. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.